Should I introduce myself?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay, cool. Hello, my
Lorraine's
name is...
new.
Yeah. My name is Lorraine DeGraffenreidt. I'm a writer, comedy person, joke writer, animation writer, whatever. And I'm playing a new character that I'm really excited for her to be here. You're gonna meet her later.
Yeah. None of us have met her yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time on Outsiders, the group had discovered that Angus, Diana Varko's assistant, was being held prisoner by the security chief Pelvo aboard the Star Tracer. Chief Pelvo had sort of assumed control of the people who were left. We found Kurt rifling through the coat of Keith, who was the translator, and you found,
rest in peace.
Yeah, but he had a pill box of MX99 capsules that Kurt had taken.
There they are.
I forget who. Nice. Perhaps it feels like Reznin. Was it Reznin that found him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of caught Kurt red-handed, split up the MX99 capsule, so you guys have those. Also, Reznin spotted a structure that was further inland on the island. And then later, kind of encountering the rest of the crew, specifically Carrington, who was the maitre d' at the restaurant, and who you were gonna chop the pinky off of.
Yes.
You all got past that, met with Chief Pelvo. I mean, she offered a deal. If you deal with the beast that was in the lower deck sea, she would trade Angus, and he could go free. And you guys decided not to take that deal.
That was a choice we did make.
We went rogue. We went metal.
A very clear choice. We all agreed on exactly what we were doing, and it was not confusing at all, and it was not messy at all, and we did it just straight ahead.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
That's how life works.
Some rests were attempted, but no one really got a full 6 hours of sleep. I think you guys got some short rests in, but not a full long rest. There was a daring rescue. Some swashbuckling was attempted. Things went awry.
Never say that word. That
I
rings
love
some
that word.
bells for some people, and it doesn't.
I love that word.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna say that word again. I just know what power it holds now.
Nothing that inspires a group split like that word.
But ultimately, you all were able to successfully break Angus out of his captivity, and then kind of things went sideways. I know Guntar was definitely worried about the plan, specifically what was the end game of the plan, which became apparent as you all reached the top of, or not the top, you guys reached a level of the ship that was very difficult to climb back down from, and then it would have been a slow climb back down, and you were being pursued by Pelvo and a lot of her goons, essentially, at this point. At which point, in a desperate leap of faith, everyone decided to trust Kurt. Everyone linked hands, popped a capsule in his mouth.
Yeah, shoved it in his mouth.
Yeah, and you all jumped off the edge of the wreckage of the Star Tracer, and you are now plummeting through the mists as the suns are rising over the beach.
Checks out.
So that's what
Sounds
we're
like
picking
us.
up is
We're
mid-air.
so sloppy.
How dare you?
So we're midair now?
Reznin loves everything that went down and thinks it went exactly as planned. And is shocked that anyone doesn't feel the same way.
Perfection, and this wasn't it.
Are we having this fight in midair?
Yes.
Okay, can I just say, I think that is a very good example of me pushing people to do things that they're not ready to do. And I've not gotten the heart I had.
She literally
Just
pushed.
die.
I literally pushed.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That's a drive or a downfall?
It's a downfall, so it's a negative.
Fair. It's fair.
Good thinking.
Strong start.
But you guys are all just falling midair. So as you're kind of falling, there's a point where Kurt says something, like some kind of incantation that you all have never heard before.
Okay, this man's a
Maybe
witch.
you've heard it from training, and his eyes flash, and gravity sort of shifts around you, and you all start just kind of like slowly descending at like a safe speed down through this mist.
Is this not the first time you've done this, Kurt? Because you act like you don't know what's going on, but you just did some like a blah, blah, blah thing.
I'm trying to focus, but I had some basic training. I just didn't have any access to the past.
Let's not distract him while he's letting us fall down gently.
Training in using vitalic current to create effects like this.
Oh, okay.
Again?
Let's talk about it when we get to the ground.
Angus, it's okay. Thank you.
Below you, I don't know if you guys remember, but these rock spires are jutting out of the water.
Okay, I grab a rope. and I lasso the moon.
Just for clarity, you're not gonna it's not damage or anything. It's just water that you're gonna be landing into, unless you want to try to Mario jump your way over to land, which will be really difficult, especially with 8 people.
So we swim.
If you guys are not gonna try anything on the way down, you have kind of a moment here.
And everyone
Can we
laughed at my rope.
open our backpacks and Mary Poppins it?
Yeah, I like that. Still our fault.
Do I have a tarp?
The rate of descent is safe.
Okay.
So it's more of a question of, do you want to land in the water, or are you guys gonna try to land in the rocks?
No, we'll land in the water.
I
think
believe
it's safe.
water's softer than rocks.
Yeah.
We're gonna soft land. Yeah.
There's no way that we land exactly on the man-made structure that I saw earlier, is there?
That was very far.
Can we land on Kurt? Like we all stand on his body.
Yeah.
On the water?
Yeah.
We boogie board with him.
You know what? For that, you can try an acrobatics check. We'll see.
I'll do it.
Everybody who wants to try to stomp on Kurt,
sure.
give me an acrobatics check. You guys hate this guy.
Yeah,
He hasn't been a good dude.
Oh, 19
Save
for
your
me.
essence, but
4.
I got
Excellent.
16.
And then Helmer.
18.
Okay. So
I got a
Helmer.
21.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Helmer,
Stomping
Zythe,
that bitch.
and Reznin, all of you sort of crawl up him like crabs at the very end, and just kind of push him down in the water. You all kind of land safely, but it's more you're just climbing up. You still end up in the water. You just kind of push him down, the 3 of you into it, just whoop, whoop, and he just gets.
This gets a sinus wash.
This is just for narrative. You guys are gonna be able to make it to shore, but everybody give me an athletics check just to see how you do swimming across here.
Okay, thank God.
11.
16.
Okay.
14.
9.
25.
25.
Okay.
Okay.
Olympics coming to LA.
So most of you are swimming totally fine, doing a decent job. Guntar just smokes you,
Guntar, wait up.
Aquamaning through this.
Punching the water, and it's ow!
Zythe is struggling. Makes it to shore, but you swallow a little bit of seawater on the way. And while you guys are swimming there, you can feel kelp beds kind of swimming through that. You can feel some kinds of sea creatures in the water with you. Most of them didn't feel super big, but some of them felt.
Who's tickling me? Who's tickling my toes?
Oh, that's me.
Why did you take your shoes off?
I didn't want them to get soggy.
Just tied around. And the waves are kind of tossing you about a little bit, and Angus looks really exhausted from that. He almost doesn't make it.
I'm there protecting with Angus. I'm making sure I'm at Angus's pace, and I'm got him.
At the end, he's kind of struggling. You have to kind of wade back in and grab his hand and kind of walk him up to the shore.
Team, leave no one behind over there. Diana, your heart is so big. I mean, people die every day. I would just leave that little guy, but.
That's why my hair's so big too. It's Dolly Parton business. I'm a fun rich girl like Dolly.
I will say this, because you guys didn't really get any sleep, you just fell through this thing, just swam to shore. I do need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, and this is to try to avoid becoming exhausted.
13.
Success.
11.
Success.
Nice.
Can we add anything
10.
to it?
That is barely a success.
Yes, Guntar.
11.
Success.
14.
Success. Okay. Angus did not succeed. I pre-rolled him.
Oh,
He was already exhausted, to be fair.
he's captive. 8 once a day. Terrible.
Yeah, he's not treated well. So that's good. None of you guys have any levels of exhaustion, but just know that the longer you go without taking a long rest, the more you risk that.
So we could potentially take a long rest right now.
Probably when we're on land.
We're
on land.
So yeah,
okay.
you guys have reached. That's a good point. I should explain that. You guys get to these rocky shores where you were before. This is where you left Dazzle.
Yes.
Dazzle.
Where's the cat?
Dazzle.
There is no sign of them that you can detect. They're not there on the beach.
Look for tracks.
Give me a survival check.
12.
You can see there's a little bit of disturbances here. like some rocks have been kind of moved around. None of their gear, none of their main gear, like their armor is not here, their crossbow is not here, their backpack's not here. You do find their compass, which I will have here. So you do find that just kind of like left on the rock.
It was broken anyway.
Well, was it pointing in any direction specifically? Maybe they left us a clue.
When you see it, it is pointing towards the jungle, the arrow.
Do I have an idea of where the structure is relative to the geography of the place now?
Give me either survival or investigation, because you're trying to like assemble this in your mind.
19.
You kind of have like a general bearing of like looking up at the wreckage of the Star Tracer, kind of where you are now, and you can sort of triangulate which direction to head. And with a 19, you can probably assume it's going to take about a day travel to get there.
And is it pointing in the same direction that the compass is going?
Pretty close.
Okay. I explained that to the crew.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, there's like a chance that maybe like they ended up like in that building. Maybe we should like try and go check it out.
Any other thoughts? Any other?
I think we should sleep.
It's morning.
Well, last time I tried to sleep, there was a bunch of people. They kept talking.
You
That
started singing.
Beautiful elven persons played no, I'm talking about the one with the very nice abs.
The pop star.
The pop star.
Oh, I thought they were kind of empty.
Well, they were.
I was searching.
Guntar
found
was
nothing.
attracted.
I saw you were searching. You kept longingly looking at them in a way
And
that
they
was very.
opened their mouth when they weren't singing.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyways, I did not sleep that night because of that elven's beautiful music. So I would like to nap right here.
The beach you guys landed on was sort of like a wet sand, kind of softer beach. This is like mostly large rocks. If you've been to like that kind of shore, it would be very difficult to sleep here.
Maybe we find somewhere softer to sleep.
Fine, for Helmer, we can sleep in someplace
Thank you.
softer.
The pillow that Diana gave me is now soaked from the water, so I need time to figure this out.
Do you guys like think we should like follow the compass?
Yes.
I think so. I think maybe we should.
Also,
Just
Angus
like
is
wonder
doing
why
well.
Dazzle went without us.
Well, supposedly the cat could navigate well, according to you all, which I still believe is impossible, but
Really basis.
well, it's a cat. It doesn't make
Maybe
much
they got a
sense that
scent.
cat
Maybe they
could-
got a good scent too.
Okay, well.
Followed the scent.
Okay, well,
Either way, we should try and find them.
Yes.
yes.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's head to the
But
building.
rest first for Guntar.
We can walk
After the
and then rest.
after the sharp, pointy, jagged rock.
Right, let's get to round rocks.
I am not afraid of sharp, pointy, jagged rocks, but for Helmer, we can sleep someplace softer.
Thank you, Guntar.
only.
Unless I guess, Guntar, you could always just
Helmer has soft skin.
Yeah, well, I was going to suggest you could sleep on your back on the sharp rocks and then have Helmer curled up on your chest like a little infant.
I would love that.
Like a corgi.
Little Helmer, I would love that as a brotherly bonding between us.
Don't think that's
I feel like it's not brotherly, but
part of
okay.
my thing, actually.
Okay.
I can sleep on my own.
Just in a softer place.
While this conversation's happening, we're headed towards the jungle. Let me just make it clear, we're not just standing there.
Right, we have been moving. We have been moving.
When I was
Slowly.
tickling Helmer's toes in the water, just because, I like to feel things out, I will say they were very soft toes.
Yeah.
So everyone's touched
Extremely soft skin.
As we're doing this, I'm
It's as if-
giving
Stop talking about my skin.
water.
Okay.
The water that I
Just,
have. Why was she so against your existence, your freedom on the ship?
she was taking control of these people, making decisions for them. I said we should have more of an equal say in things, and it should be more of a collective decision-making process, and not just. And Kurt's like, but he's basically, and she just wouldn't have it. She said I was questioning her, and she couldn't afford or tolerate dissent in times like these.
But it's like the worst thing that she did, like while you were around.
She would just organize people into patrols and guards, and if people fell asleep or were tired of the things, she would punish them.
How? How would she punish them?
Yeah, give us the deeds.
He looks a little shaken.
Was it violent?
It was usually pretty violent, yes.
Gory?
Not gory, it was more like...
Dismemberments?
Was it kind of hot?
No?
I'm certain the dwarven woman had her reasons.
Oh, Guntar.
What?
Did she
It's a
feel
dwarf.
possessed at all?
Possessed?
I know she runs a tight ship, but it just, this is just another side.
You think she was hopped up on some local magic?
Like MX99 or something.
Maybe.
Did her eyes turn blue?
Not that I saw.
What about side effects?
Are there side effects?
Some can't handle is what I've heard.
What do you know about side effects?
Yeah, what are you getting at?
The mints are powerful.
They're capsules, I thought.
I mean, they did have a minty flavor, right?
I'm sure other flavors. I'm sure my family's company will try to make it into all kinds of drinks and brownies and everything else. But
Brownies.
not everyone, if you've taken any other stimulant, sometimes there are side effects. It's very powerful, but sometimes the body, depending on, has a different reaction to it.
Diana, as you're explaining this, you're holding the compass, right?
Yep.
Whenever this is because of your high perception, passive perception.
Yeah, I'm amazing. I'm
That's
sorry,
what I said.
I forgot to
That's
tell
what I said. You, as you're kind of like moving this, like talking with your hands a little bit, whenever you notice that whenever this compass gets near where you're keeping the rest of the capsules, it starts to spin a little bit. It's like,
Whoa. Yeah. I guess it's also things. Things around the capsules also get jazzed about existence. I don't know. Wow. Is anyone...
That
Look at
makes
that.
sense because ever since I had one of those in my little pocket, my nipples have been hard.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but like they really are.
Yeah, I know.
I noticed that too.
Distractingly, like poking through my clothes.
They're ready to party, right?
Yeah.
I wonder, is the compass jazzed or is the compass pointing toward the source of this magic?
Every time I get close to the... Look, it's just spinning.
It doesn't like point. Yeah, it doesn't point at it. It just spins. When it gets closer.
But now it's pointing toward one direction.
It looked like Dazzle set it to point in a certain direction.
Dazzle set it. Okay.
But the closer it gets to the capsules, the faster it spins.
Got it.
Right.
And it's subtle.
It is subtle.
It's subtle here with the capsules, yeah. But you notice it.
I don't know why. I feel okay. My nipples are fine. Is everyone else's nipples? Anyone have nipple problem or
I didn't say it was a
advantage?
problem.
Yeah, it might be an advantage.
Yeah.
Depending on.
This is canon now. Just let us know. This is canon.
Let me check my nipples.
Like feel like really uncomfortable.
Guntar just thinks. He doesn't even check. He just...
They feel fine.
Okay.
I say my nipples don't feel unfine. They just are hardened and pointing.
1 second.
Are y'all a bunch of kink shamers? I feel like you're...
My nipples are soft like Helmer.
he does.
Okay, you both
Doesn't have to be the comparison you use.
How did you body shame within that?
Helmer has
I'm
soft
impressed.
skin.
He does. Yeah, I also feel like he has slightly puffy nipples. He has those little sweet pillow nipples that puff up.
You know,
I
this
can
is
just see it through the shirt.
not the notoriety I was looking for.
Angus, do you know like does Palvo like send like guards down to the beach ever?
I don't know that she would send people after us. Maybe for retribution, but we didn't take any of the supplies that they were using, did we?
Like maybe like a couple.
I mean, we did have...
Took some ammo.
Yeah, we did.
But like that was like given to you guys.
Are we scared that they're gonna follow us?
I want to do a perception check of how that boat on the jagged edges is holding up.
It's about to fall.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh, not much. 4.
Yeah, it's hard to see through the mist still.
Okay.
And then with the sun's kind of glaring down. But yeah, if you guys remember, it was creaking quite a bit.
Wait, sorry, wait.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Still, yeah.
Thank you.
Through the mist, it's still pretty difficult to tell anything. But yeah, you do remember that it did not feel stable up there. So
I'm worried about them. She's got a lot of people up. Anyway, I worry too much.
Diana.
I know. We're going.
We are not safe.
We aren't. And we're getting to a resting area.
And the sooner we get to the next, whatever, we might have more answers that can help us. But right now, we can't help those people.
You know what? I love that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking it's not realistic. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's go.
Great.
So while you guys are kind of like walking through the jungle, or you're kind of leading the way a little bit, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Nat 20?
20. Hell yeah. Reznin is just sort of like I feel like, and correct this if you want to, but I feel like as you guys are just talking, Reznin was just like this way and just started walking. You guys are making decent time kind of walking through here, this jungle. While you're walking through there, Kurt kind of sidles up to Diana, and Helmer, I'm assuming in earshot. He's trying to look for a place where it's the two of you. And he's saying like, I understand that you want to hold on to it, but I think that if we can get to, if the structure that you've mentioned, perhaps we can find more about how to activate this and contact home.
What are you asking me for?
Well, since you are carrying
Be direct.
Since you're carrying it, I just want you to be aware of
The plan?
or a potential.
Are you making the plan?
I don't think it should be my plan, but
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think my intention was to use this stone to contact home.
Okay, we're going to use this stone to contact somewhere.
Okay.
Anything else?
And he puts his hand on your back, and he's just like, I'm just glad it was you with the nipples thing and not me. So
You nut.
he just sort of fades away.
Get your hand off my soft skin.
Oh, and he does sort of talk to Danny. He's like, I noticed you remembered some of your training. If there's more you'd like to learn, I'm here. I can help.
Diana does her best to be as nice as possible. I love that too.
Give me, I think, a deception check. I'm gonna roll inside for him.
It was a 7 plus 1.
Yeah.
So 8.
I think he's just like,
Kurt, we're here now. I would appreciate whatever I can learn.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you for the offer.
And thank you all for trusting me.
Oh,
We don't.
Yeah, I don't know what made you think.
Nobody trusts you.
You're just so aligned with the industry, and it's just so unhuman. Do you have family, Kurt, back in the other planet?
No, I think he was grown in a lab of lies.
Sound like my ex-wife.
Kurt, like, what?
Let me guess, you put your corporation before your family and they don't like you for it.
Hey, we don't need to be talking about each other's family right now because it
know.
might be a sensitive subject.
Some of us
for
don't know who our parents.
Some of us don't. Correct. Some of us don't know who our parents are, and it might be a sensitive subject. So, Kurt,
Or we get brought to the bottom of our family trauma that we're trying to heal.
what?
I'm sorry.
It's going to be a long trip.
We don't know who they were. Okay, I grew up in a very nice dwarven home with 2 dwarves, Eleanor and Gunto, which make me Guntar, and they were very kind people. Took me in, and that is what I know.
Do you think that's enough? Obviously, it's not.
They
No.
taught him songs, so I mean that's.
They
like
taught
songs,
me jolly songs.
That he's very proud of.
Yes.
What is this curiosity? What does it stem from? Fear?
Well,
Inadequacy?
at some point, I decided to travel to join the army so that maybe I could meet my birth parents.
I hope you get to do that one day.
Thank you.
That happens
Thank
for
you, Reznin the thief.
Cool.
I do a perception check on Augie, Angus.
Yeah, what are you trying to deduce about him?
I want to know is like, are you okay?
In that case, give me either an insight or medicine check.
Okay.
Insight's going to tell you more about his like psychological mental state. Medicine's going to tell you more about his physical state.
Insight. I want insight check.
Okay.
It's a 1. It's a 1 plus 4 plus 3. So it is,
But it's a 1.
yeah, so it's 8.
Wow, that's still pretty impressive with a 1. But unfortunately, it's the way that you're kind of walking through this jungle. It's hard to kind of be focused on him for more than like a half a second, just because of the density of like the canopy and the trees here. So there's just like, you'll try to like get a read on him, and then like his face will just get covered by a palm frond or something. It's like hard to read his emotional state in that.
Okay.
I'll carry him.
I won't say no to that.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you doing okay? Is this pace fine?
I'll carry him.
I'm
That
all
could have
right.
been you, Helmer.
I'm fine.
I think you can pick this man up, no problem.
Okay, yeah, because I rolled a 19.
athletics?
29.
you just like pick him up by the waist with one hand. And he just
All
kinda
right,
crawls up.
come on, Angus.
Be gentle with
Let
him.
me tell you about my parents.
So he's just kind of like arms around your neck, like slumped, just like a little baby Yoda kind of situation.
So, so Kurt, like in the event like that we are able to get this stone like up and running, like, what are you gonna tell your family? Like, what are you gonna tell them?
Well, it won't be my family, but I'm going to tell them what we found.
Which is?
That there is a world here.
Will that shock them, or will they have like some idea that this was like a possibility? Because like you seemed like pretty well trained back there, and that was kind of surprising to me, to be honest.
Well, a lot of the people that work at VHS undergo the basic training, some with a little slightly different focus than others, but all of it is to use the vitalic current. We should know how to use this stuff if we're going to be selling it.
Well, it seems like all of us should know how to use it. So I say that as soon as we end up getting some sleep, you should teach us some basics.
Absolutely.
There are definitely some things I could teach you.
What should we know immediately?
Most of you will not have a tolerance for MX99. It might not agree with you if you take it. Diana and myself, we have built up a tolerance to it. And he's basically mechanically referring to mana capacity. But if you're able to contain it, there are some effects you can produce. It might make you more proficient in battle. It might make you a little bit more durable. You could potentially sap the mana from someone else. You won't be able to take it in yourself, but you can you can move it from them back into the ether. You can do all of that without learning any specific incantations.
Okay.
If we're able to activate the stone that was in the vault that Helmer now has, hopefully I can reach back home, let them know what we found, and start trying to figure out a way to get back. We have some of the greatest minds in VHS and Varko Industries.
Yeah, we have a great one maybe here too.
Thank you.
Not you.
No, what?
Yeah.
There's no way she was talking about
Yeah,
you.
Even I understood that it wasn't talking about you.
I thought it could have been Guntar before it's you.
I knew that, but Kurt was going to definitely take that opportunity to ingratiate himself.
Kurt, how many incantations do you know?
A handful.
I mean, I want to know every single one you know.
Well, I can't do any of them right now. I had to use all of the mana that I had to get us safely down to the water.
All right, and what that incantation was what, like Leviosa? Like, what were you doing there?
We call it gravity pocket.
Gravity pocket.
Gravity pocket.
Okay, so you can do a gravity pocket. What are the short little names for the other ones you know?
I can provide some resistances if I know we're going into a dangerous situation.
We've been in dangerous situations this whole time,
But I
a-hole.
can't do it without capsules.
I just want to point out we had capsules for a while now, and I totally
didn't
got
pop any of
injured.
them.
Yeah.
I took one of them and I used it to get us safely down to the water.
Well, I will say I put that in your mouth.
Yeah.
You put one into my mouth and I used it to get us down to the water. That is the one time I've had a capsule.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I can repair objects. I can make myself or one of you a little quicker. And if we come across any foreign languages, this is probably going to be the most useful. I can decipher that language.
Okay, we'll keep that in our pockets.
Okay.
Is anyone getting a sense of like where we're at in terms of like anyone getting any bad feelings or anything, or should we just keep going before we find a
Do a
place to
vibe
rest?
Give me a perception check.
10. I can't roll anymore. Bad at rolling. 10.
We switched spots. I finally am rolling well.
Yeah, you got a nat 20.
You feel a slight like kind of like rumbling sound in the compass.
Look at this. It's not near me. It's not near my capsules.
It's spinning.
Yes. It just started. You guys, any vibes over there?
I mean,
How are the nipples?
Still hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of those things.
If I were to guess,
He's tired.
sorry, yes, I'm very tired. We're not able to sleep. It feels like we are near magic or something magical.
Yes.
It seems like magic is kind of everywhere these days.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
I don't think we should call it magic. It seems a
Okay,
bit-
mister.
What is
we
it
were
called?
all in a gravity
Superstitious.
pocket.
Magic or what is it? What is it in the capsules?
If you were a caveman and you saw fire, you would think that's magic, but it's not. It's technology. We understand what it is.
Oh, you know what?
You
Kurt,
count
I just
fire as
realized
technology?
It
Of course,
seems
fire
like
is the first technology.
it seems like there's technology everywhere these days. How do you feel about that? Does that sentence make sense to you, Kurt? Do you understand?
Of course, there's
We
technology
beat
all around
Kurt.
us.
We
You know,
had another
he told
team
us all
bonding.
these spells, and now we just want to kill him again. He seemed useful for 1
When
second.
you say that, there's this voice in the back of your head that's like, out of nowhere, you just hear this strange voice, and it's almost like, like almost like backwards. And
So anyone else here? Just,
none of you all heard that.
are you okay?
Helmer, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Helmer, your soft skin looks a little tight.
Can I run? Can I do something?
What are you gonna do?
Kill him.
I want to think about what this could ever mean to me.
What is your instinct that it is?
I haven't taken a capsule.
Correct.
They're in my vicinity, but like
Diana has them, I think.
Diana has them
You have one.
Maybe it was
in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm wondering, is it connected to that?
Give me an investigation check then, if you're checking the capsules and kind of that kind of thing.
9.
You look at the capsule and you stare at it. Nothing about the voice comes back.
Helmer, are you okay?
Impressive.
Yes, shut up. I'm just Sorry.
Are you gonna take that pill, bro?
I think I need to take some sleep too soon.
That's what I was saying.
Let's find some soft rocks.
Yeah, but like, are we not worried that the compass is like spinning all of a sudden? Does it feel like we're in more danger now, or should we keep going?
Yeah, let's keep moving. Let's keep going.
Maybe we'll get out of the danger. If it goes faster, maybe we slow down and go and take a different turn.
And no one's like hearing anything, right? Like as we're walking through the jungle, we're all kind of just like going in my straight line that I'm putting us in.
There's plenty of like this is a jungle, so there's plenty of little creatures kind of crawling around, unfamiliar creatures.
Yeah.
Most of them don't seem to bother you too much.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Most of them don't seem to be predatory enough to do that.
While we're walking though, I go over to Kurt. So like you know like a lot about like the Varkos, don't you?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about someone named Rosicus?
Rosicus. Where do they work? Which department?
I guess you could say their work is kind of everywhere. She kind of was an inspiration and an influence.
Where did you hear that?
I mean, if I'm getting my wires crossed, you know, maybe I don't know.
There's plenty of people that work there though, and like lower operatives. I don't always meet them.
I wouldn't say it was lower.
I don't know this person.
Do I get the sense that he's telling the truth?
You can make an inside check.
12?
He's kind of a hard dude to read, but you're not sure that he's lying.
Okay. Just curious, I guess.
Now, Rosicus.
Kind of like a friend of Vincent. They seemed pretty close back in the day.
I'm not sure where you read that, but I haven't heard anything like that.
If I wanted to read about something like that, is there like a place to like read it?
Plenty of museum exhibits about Vincent Varko.
Somehow I feel like it wouldn't be in one of
There
those.
was some documentaries,
Okay.
articles.
Forget I said anything.
Of course. As you are all walking through here, the compass does start to spin a little bit, pretty intensely, more intensely than it was when you're near your capsules.
Can I just look around?
By all means.
Everyone's telling me it's not magic that's around us.
It's technology.
Got a 19.
19.
God.
Reveal yourself.
You march into the jungle with Angus still on your back, like, just say, reveal yourself. And you kind of come to this, like, kind of march through these trees, making some noise, and you come to this small glade here. It's kind of opening, and kind of before you is this pool, like this dark pool of water, and sort of covering that pool is this thin, filmy layer of a bluish, like milk white blue algae that is
my
sort of
God.
covering this thing.
Oh.
What did I say?
We're with him, right?
You marched ahead, right?
I found magic.
Hey,
I run over.
So you guys all arrive, and you see this pool in front of you, covered in like this algae that sort of has this silvery glow to it. It's like this milky blue white algae.
Oh my God.
Does Kurt like immediately respond? What's his reaction? Because he's the
Kurt's
one who
just
told us
staring
about
at
it.
it like he's looking at a gold mine.
That looks so tasty.
Wait.
What?
Just be careful around it.
Do you know what this is?
Yes. The capsules are made of this.
Look at how much this is.
You still don't know tons about it. You guys are pushing it all real far,
is-
real fast. We gotta just respect it a little bit.
Diana, this is more than I've seen in my entire life.
Fantastic.
It's just in this pool.
A magic pool.
If it's just like this here everywhere, imagine what that could mean. We have to report this back.
We don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Why are you so hopped up? You're so excited for the company.
Think about what we could do with it.
We need to save ourselves.
I just
we should
saved
probably
you
take
using
some.
it. Imagine what that could do.
Let's see.
Can I taste it?
No.
Okay.
What if we take a little drop of it?
I think we should all taste it a little bit.
Yeah, we should all take a bite.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unless one person wants to be
Except for Kurt.
mother,
Just a
den
droplet.
person. Den mother.
Please, Diana, please. Please let us take a taste, please. Please let us take a taste, please.
I get to go first.
There's Guntar.
You don't know
He's
how
so
to take
strong.
sips.
What?
You're gonna drink the whole thing.
I know how to take a sip.
It's a lot.
It's a
It's
slurp.
gonna be a lot.
Sip.
Okay, Kurt, if you're so excited, do you know any of the process of turning it from algae to capsule? Is there any kind of filtration it has to go through? Can we do it raw?
I love doing
You
it.
gotta do it raw.
I was not part of that process.
Oh, of course you
We
will.
That's
have-
like the only process he hasn't been a part of.
we
I
have
know.
machines that scientists built that can do this. I don't know how those work.
Wait, I'm curious. How's the rock? Do you
Check
have
it
it?
out. Keep it away from Kurt.
Oh yeah, what if we put the rock in the water?
Yeah.
You hold it up. Standing here next to this pool, you hear,
Kill him. Be king of all. Run away. Nothing.
all kinds of voices, just like some of them in languages you don't understand, overlapping, filling your head.
Helmer, what do you see?
You're able to kind of
Gosh.
to suppress it enough to like
I
focus
think the
again.
rock is too rough on his soft hands.
Put it back in my pocket, covered up in my thing.
What just
Are you all right,
happened?
Helmer?
Think the rock is evil. It was talking to me.
What?
What did it say?
It said a lot of bad things. It said a lot of bad
What
things.
did it
Like
say?
what, for example?
Was it talking shit about me?
Say one.
It said all this stuff I couldn't even understand in multiple languages of different worlds, but also ones I could understand that sounded like violent.
Like what?
Helmer, is it okay if one of us tries to see if it talks to each of us, or if it's only talking just you?
Yes.
What did it say?
Yes.
Do you mind if
You
I...
check it out.
Yeah, let's
The
hop
thief?
in.
You're gonna give it to the thief?
Guntar, we're way past thief. This is our team.
Okay. Good catch.
The thief saved you.
Yeah.
I hold on to the rock and see if it does anything, and I'm pretty close to the algae as well.
As you get closer to the algae, the voices get louder, and you hear like those same like
Kill them. Take over. Command them. Free yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Right? That was messed up.
I heard it's kind of violent.
Okay, well, can we just share what
Can I
is
have
being
it?
said? Everyone's saying it's violent. What is
Yeah,
it?
it's telling us to kill people.
it was. I
Let
mean,
Guntar
it's
try it.
all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's saying all kinds of things that are chaos and destruction, yeah?
Well, the ones you can hear are
Okay, so
the ones you can understand.
Kurt, what's the deal with this rock? How is this supposed to work? It's telling us all kinds of screwed up stuff, and you're saying this is our way to call home? How do we know that this isn't like a trap to like unleash chaos on people?
Why would someone build a trap to unleash chaos?
Because we live in a horrible planet.
How is that profitable?
Chaos?
You could figure it
Just
out.
answer the question, Kurt.
My understanding, working with the experts back home, was that this device it is some kind of communication device.
Well, it's definitely communicating to us, but
You're
communicating with other people.
you're hearing voices from it?
Yeah.
I've never seen it do that.
What have you seen it do?
Nothing.
What have you
I
heard that
just
it
looked
does?
at the runes on the outside of it.
What did the runes say?
Are you asking him?
Yeah. Kurt, do you know what these things are? Just can you be for real? Because I'm gonna take a hit of mana or whatever it is right now, and I'm gonna zap out whatever's left in you, and I'm gonna use the rock to hurt you. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a weird place.
Okay.
It doesn't make me want to.
It's just that you're so frustrating. I just don't think you know how frustrating you are. This is why you're divorced. Is because you don't communicate things
Do you
until
know-
someone pushes you to talk about it.
Do you know Linda?
No, I don't know.
Oh my
Linda.
gosh.
I don't know,
I feel
Linda.
like, in a way, we're all Linda.
Yeah, I feel like we are, Linda. Like, it's a very painful existence to be having to experience you.
Can we find a place to rest?
If you correct Linda in the way you corrected me about fire being technology, I also would divorce you, Kurt.
May I see the rock?
definitely divorce you.
And I hold it, and I also have the compass in the other hand.
The compass is going nuts,
Yeah.
and like you can tell, it's the closer you get to the algae, it goes nuts.
Right.
The stone, you hear those same voices. Being this close to the algae, you hear just a cacophony of voices.
What if you like reach it down like almost next to the touching the algae?
It just stays loud.
What if I put it in the algae?
Are you reaching the stone into the algae?
Do it.
Yes.
The voices get really they're exactly the same. You can tell it's a good test though. It's basically like you can deduce that it's the closer in proximity to large quantities of this stuff, it does seem to activate it somehow.
So remind us,
Some properties of this artifact.
how does the algae, do we know like what the idea is of like making the algae and the stone work to make this communication? Are we supposed to just like...
He knows there's a couple things you need to be able to use one of these devices. They're not that different from some of the devices that Varko Industries and VHS have developed, and likely was reverse engineered from stuff like this. Is that you need mana to power it, and then you need to know the incantation. And he doesn't know the incantation.
I take a bite of the algae.
Okay, so you just reach down and grab a handful. Give me a Constitution saving throw, and you're
Nat 20, bitch.
Nat 20.
You need that.
Bubble in 1 mana.
Cool.
Reznin,
So yeah, Reznin just like reaches over and grabs a handful of this algae and just like bites into it, right?
Whoa.
And there's just like blue, like kind of like toothpastey stuff, kind of like
What's it taste like?
raspberry lips.
Like raspberry lips.
I was saying you have like
Okay.
Okay.
What does it taste like?
it's got kind of a minty flavor to it.
It kind of tastes like the way that you've been describing the capsules is
But it
tasting.
has like an anise flavor to it too. It's got kind of a funk to it. Like
I mean, you're the chef. I feel like maybe you should try some too.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
10.
10.
Shit. Later, y'all.
Oh, actually, I have to actually look this up. Sorry, give me a second, because you are poisoned.
Oh, well, you should have said that before. I just got a break for a second.
I'm like, whoa.
You're being quite naughty.
But that's the cost. You got mana, so.
Do you want to take it back?
No, let's commit to it.
Okay, because I'm becoming
I
retro.
saved my
so that's good.
Constitution check because I got a nat 20. So did I take any damage?
You don't take any damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember these rules. These are new stuff I made up, so I'm just making sure that I remember how this works.
So you can always unmake it up.
I could, but
Don't
no.
tempt him.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't tempt him.
I'll look it up. But I want to say you gain a level of exhaustion if you fail this, and you're poisoned. And you don't gain the mana.
Oh. No, mana?
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
That's why it's tricky.
I hate you.
I said we don't know everything.
It's
Kurt
okay.
says we know everything. We don't.
So you can take that back if you want, because I didn't.
I hand Zythe a flask of water.
Okay.
Maybe try to get it up. Do you want to? I don't know. Eat grass or something.
Did they try to get it up?
Like a dog. Let her out back and she can eat some grass.
Okay, I'm gonna chug this water and
She
eat
eats
some
more
grass.
algae by mistake.
Wait, I was trying to grab for the grass.
Okay, you know what? You can make a nature or medicine check if you want,
Okay.
and I'll see if it can just kind of ad hoc this thing. But you do have this, Reznin.
What is that?
I'm poisoned. I have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh no.
But you do have the mana.
Also, we're going to rest soon, right?
Yes.
I would like to rest.
I would like to rest right now in the algae.
What was your check?
Oh, I have proficiency on nature and advantage.
Do you want to use your know-how?
Yeah, let's try to do that. Okay, that's better. That's a 12 plus 3, so 15.
I'll say that you can like grab a bunch of fistfuls of grass and kind of like make a quick poultice out of that, and it'll as long as you rest soon, you'll be able to remove that poison condition.
Can I get the Guntar to carry me a little bit of the way? I mean, get that guy Augie out of here.
But your eyes do flash a little bit, and you catch that, and Kurt catches that. Kurt starts walking towards the pool.
Kurt, wait.
I think it's fine.
Kurt's gonna turn into some demon, and we're gonna have to fight Kurt. Do you understand this?
Wait, what happened?
What are you talking about?
I was busy
That would be
flashing my
kind of
eyes.
fun.
Tripping. You need to speak slower, okay?
I think if you submerge your whole self in it, we have no idea what could happen, and we know.
I'm not submersing.
Is he going swimming?
Yeah, what are you talking about,
I'm just gonna
Kurt?
do what Reznin did and just take a handful.
Maybe we should throw him in.
That might be
No,
useful.
let him take it.
I think we should test Angus.
Let Kurt take it.
Kurt,
You should. I
same
think we should
plan,
test Angus. In it.
but have Kurt do it. Open a tree
Everyone
and
get
sleep.
your knife ready. I don't trust Kurt. I think it amplifies your soul, and I don't think Kurt's got a good.
Kurt
That's what I have to say.
takes a flask and dips it in there and fills it with some algae and tips it back.
Chug,
Eyes flash. Seems totally fine. He's like, it's got a kind of a funk, but it's fine.
Right, I kind of liked it. Yeah, it's
He
like
didn't
pretty
have to
good.
roll for
You're
it.
fine right now.
So this is so unfair. Why am I sick and Kurt's just like funking it up?
I guess
He does
he's
another
done a lot of training, I
does
guess.
another one?
Another?
Wait,
Kurt's
this
just
is
getting an
Is he
hour.
filling in his mana?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hey, listen, buddy. All right, listen.
Wrap it
Listen, and I pull out my blunderbuss.
Whoa.
You're done here.
Okay, I think we can use this.
Sure. Not now.
It's you.
I feel much better about it
it'd
in
be fine to
capsules.
take this.
Not
And we
if you
put it in
chug it
all
all
our
up.
flasks.
I take Kurt's flask.
Good.
I'll let you know when you have a drink. Okay?
He's got 2.
That's not good.
Let's just put it in our backpacks and not eat it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's all
Yeah.
take a couple of handfuls, right?
But if Kurt's acting up, I think we should use anybody who's got the mana, use it and like zap his fucking stuff. Okay?
It's a great
Mana?
call.
Yeah,
Mana.
mana.
Man, okay. Sorry.
In the future, if I take some of this stuff, will it work better, or am I just always going to be poisoned and?
So mechanically what's going on is if you have a mana capacity, which only Diana does, and we'll get
Kurt.
to yeah, for now, Kurt.
And Kurt.
You don't have to make it as long as you stay within your mana capacity. Once you exceed your mana capacity, that's when you make the Constitution saving throw. Because everybody else has a mana capacity of 0, as soon as you do it, you have to do that.
I go ahead and I also take a bit of algae.
How many are you taking?
One scoop
To save for later or to drink?
to drink.
Then bubble in one of your mana.
It's that easy.
And yeah, it's minty, it's funky, it's got kind of a
So I have 2
swamp flavor to
out
it.
of 3 that I can have.
Can I fill my flask?
Just mark that you have 2 in a flask.
And I don't mark anything because it didn't work, right?
Right.
I will save mine in a flask.
Don't
Do I
talk to
see
me.
any trees that would be
2
good
in a
for
flask?
climbing? Easy for climb, easy for resting. Near the neck, we can also keep our eyes on the pool.
Resting, I'm not sure about, because I don't know about resting in a tree.
I just think out of harm's way. Am I wrong? Where
Just sounds a little
Where do you
bit
swashbuckle a
precarious.
hammock?
where do the pores rest? On the ground? That doesn't seem safe.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Please roll better. No! Oh my god. 5 + 4 + 3. So 8 + 12.
12.
Yes.
There are some like larger branches that like you could try to sleep on. It doesn't look super, it looks like it'd be easy to fall out of this and just fall to the ground. Not easy to climb, but definitely climbable. And probably some places you could get some kind of vantage point from.
A night watch.
Do we see any type of area over here that seems good for shelter?
Give me a survival check.
19 + 5.
Damn it.
Wow.
It's because I'm sitting here.
Kind of like looking around, kind of getting an idea of the terrain. You're used to being like alone
Yeah.
in situations, so you're kind of more comfortable like going out to the edges. And you do see that there's like a bit of some higher ground
Yeah.
with some like clearing around it. You're gonna be more visible, but you actually have more visual around you too. So any kind of watch will be better.
Guys, there's like a little area over here. If we need to take a rest, I think that we should go up here. And then if someone wants to keep watch while the rest of us sleep, we should do that.
I would love to take a rest.
I'm gonna take a rest.
Me too.
I'll keep watch.
Okay.
I'll watch.
Okay. So the 3 of us rest.
And Angus is watching.
Angus is gonna
Angus
sleep.
is
Angus
watching.
Sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Go to sleep, little boy.
He's already asleep.
So like,
Yeah.
how old is Angus?
He's like probably like mid-30s.
I was really giving Angus like 61.
Oh, we can do that.
No, it's fine. But Angus like
Let's do
knows.
61. Yeah.
I thought he was like a little.
We talked about him being kind of like Giles. So
Yeah, like he's like older than the
Yeah.
than no.
Giles
Diana's
and-
also like what? How old's Diana?
I don't know, because I thought she was like
16.
mid-20s, but you keep pushing her down to like
She's 4
princess.
years old, I think.
She's half elf, so she might look young.
Yeah, so she's like early 20s. Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut up. This is not
No,
important.
that is important.
My old little boy is sleeping.
So you gently lay him down.
Good night.
His little like wisp of hair.
Choo.
Just to paint the picture a little bit, you're still in this like jungle area, but you're on this kind of like raised portion of the terrain.
Okay.
And then around you is like some dense jungle, but right where you immediately are, it's not as dense as other places, so you can kind of see some things.
Great.
And there's some like strange plants, unfamiliar flora and fauna kind of growing around, especially some like wild looking dark blue, bright pink, kind of yellow strands, like big huge flowers in here too. I'm loving that everybody wore floral prints too. It actually works for this episode. So resting.
Yeah, resting. And then I do want to explore a bit.
And the 2 of you are
Watching.
So wait, do you want to explore or do you want to rest?
I mean, I have full health, so I'm going to take a short rest.
Okay.
Does this remove my mana if I rest?
I think it does.
Okay, then I'm not going to rest. I'll keep watch.
Good question.
But the longer you guys stay awake, the more you'll have to make constitution saves to risk potentially becoming exhausted.
That's fine. I don't want to risk my mana.
Okay.
All right, so since I'm awake,
You've ever been up for like 36 hours?
yeah,
It's like that.
sure.
Okay.
So I'm just looking around, since it's kind of a good vantage point. 1, to try and see if we get any hint of the structure, and 2, just to see if anything jumps out as worth stealing and checking out for later.
Give me perception or investigation in this case.
19.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay.
It's actually 20.
20. Hell yeah. Okay. You kind of clocked everybody's gear.
Yeah, I'm not going to steal from my own party.
But yeah, but as part of accounting from this, you have an idea of like basically what everyone has and where everything is located. Even looking down, you're kind of plotting a course for like tomorrow to be like, okay, we start this way, kind of head on this bearing. You keep like mentally kind of like building a map of this trail you're gonna intend to follow the next day towards the structure. And then as you're kind of clocking that, you see a figure sort of aimlessly wandering in the jungle.
What way are
Do you mind describing what your character looks like?
Yes. I mean, I don't mind. So, yeah, don't worry.
Do
Don't
not
worry.
perceive me.
Yeah, perceive me, perceive this character. So the silhouette that you see is petite. Picture like a Janelle Monáe meets FKA Twigs, you know, very cute. What you see like a wavy bob, like a short haircut, like a wavy bob that goes well with the humidity, all right? And she saunters. She's moving through the jungle. She's got a big shield. She's got a large knife. I don't know if you can see that, if you can make that out.
I feel like you could with that 20 on the investigation, yeah.
And some reinforced armor on that little tiny frame. Where'd she get that? You're maybe wondering. So that's what you see.
Yeah.
And who? And only Reznin sees this?
Go ahead and roll perception checks, both of you, actually, because you were saying you were going to do watch, so that's fair.
Oh, hell yeah. 15. So that's a +4. 19.
A 17.
So yeah, all of you. You all see this woman just like wandering through the jungle here, almost transfixed, like yes, carrying this shield and sword, but just sort of like wandering, like kind of absentmindedly towards this flower.
This figure is.
It's like, yeah, this like giant flower that's just kind of like there, and you start to see it as she gets closer to it, starts to unfold a little bit.
Are there other of these flowers? Just one?
It looks like there's just one kind of big one there.
There is one other thing on this figure that you might be catching as you see this person approaching this flower bloom. The two suns, there's light reflecting down into this jewel of some kind. There's something on this woman's neck. It's like an amethyst stone crystal looking thing, and maybe there are little shimmers of it that bounce off and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Maybe.
Do you guys see this
I
person?
see a little person, small.
Like kind of like a future pop star,
A
right?
humid bob.
Just has like
Very humid bob.
like could be an actress
Wavy.
or a singer.
She looks high.
Yeah. Wow.
This
I
plant,
feel like we're getting a sense of danger.
ahead of you, this plant starts to like open up a little bit.
feel okay.
And with that, you got a 19 or you got a 20? You got a
19.
Both of you see at the very edges of this plant look almost like jagged like teeth.
Whoa.
As this plant starts to open up a little bit as this person's getting closer to it.
Is it gonna eat her or is it gonna say something?
What do you mean, eater? What, a flower eat?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Magic.
I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. The way she's kind of moving in a way
I feel
that's
like the flower has
kind
a
of freaking me out. Let's go
You
close
see
to the
this
flower.
too.
Oh, it's got teeth.
This woman's just walking
Oh, the
closer
flower's
and
got
closer
teeth.
to this plant.
but
The plant's
it's
starting to open up.
I don't want to watch a little girl get eaten by a flower.
Wait, she's a little girl. How old is she?
We don't know. How it
It's
is
small.
like here. There's two
Mid-20s,
suns. Time is a concept.
Mid-30s.
It just looks small. That's all I meant.
Okay,
Are
I
you
run
guys in
towards
a-
the flower,
Okay.
and I'm gonna chop this flower's head off.
So Reznin just
Be you, which is stealthy. I call out and I call out. Hello.
doesn't seem to respond. Is in some kind of trance.
She's high. I told you she's high.
I'm gonna chop that flower off.
Okay.
We gotta stop the flower.
Then in this case, I do need you, and you to roll initiative.
Boy.
So you're first to respond to this. Reznin is already like running down there, but you are first to kind of react.
I'm shouting at her still, like, hey, listen.
Give me just a flat charisma check.
Where's the spray bottle when you need one?
15.
What you're just shouting like, hey, wake up.
Hey, lady.
I don't want the faces to stop, so I'm debating whether or not I actually want to stop this flower.
Are you moving at all, or are you just staying out there?
No, I'm running towards.
Okay, so you're running towards the plant or towards this person?
Towards the person.
Got it. Diana, what are you doing?
How far is the flower opened up at this point?
About halfway.
Do I see anything? Do I see like something that resembles besides teeth, like a tongue or a throat or a hole or a
I would say it looks like there's some kind of like
an esophagus?
Yeah,
Like
like
a clit
alien.
slit?
Like a what? A clit slit? Is that what you said?
You're asleep. You're asleep.
I said it, and I just said that. And people heard it out loud. I mean, all I can do at this point, I mean, I don't know if a mana is, we need mana yet, but I get my blow dart and I try to hit through the esophagus. I try to shoot.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
5 plus 16, 21.
So 21, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Plus dex, so 5.
5 points of damage. Cool.
Nice.
Are you gonna use empowered strike or anything? I'm just gonna leave it hanging.
I want to have.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
That's like staying in the middle. Yeah.
I was listening to the
like
DM.
having friends in a team.
Are you just doing the 5 points damage, or do you want to do like an empowered strike?
If I empower, I lose a mana.
And you roll 2d6 and you do that much damage extra.
Not yet.
Okay.
I just want to see what this does.
Cool. So yeah, the dart just kind of like sticks in this thing, and like it still seems like it's going. It still doesn't seem to be phased by that too much.
Wait, it's not phased much?
Not from 5 points damage, no.
Does it make any sounds?
It's a plant.
Plants sometimes make sounds.
So it is your turn now.
Is my trance still happening?
You are basically charmed by this thing.
Oh.
But at the end of your turn, which is now, so
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
That's
What an
gonna be a
entrance. What an
success.
entrance.
That's a great
Zero.
entrance.
Cool. So
You just come to suddenly. You can feel like a little bit of pollen kind of on your face, and there's just this giant, beautiful plant in front of you, but dangerous plant.
and then
With like teeth and stuff just kind of opening up on you, and then you just hear some man being like, "Hey, lady!"
That's a great Helmer impression.
okay.
Incredible, Helmer.
Wow. Yes. Hey.
And there's like an elven woman just like Naruto running up between you.
The people. These are the people.
And that's your turn. Reznin, your turn.
Wow.
I'm still running towards it, so I'm. How do I use my mana? I just like say what I want to do.
Yeah, you just say it. It's
Okay, I want to
basically
use
if you
the
wanna use
empowered strike.
So it's when you hit.
Okay, so let's see if I hit first.
It's
so.
like you're detonating it.
Got
Think
it.
of that way.
So, all right. So I'm gonna use my flintlock from where I am and try and shoot right into this flower's head. 19.
Oh my lord.
22.
22 hits.
So then the way that I do that is I do my normal damage and then add 2d6.
Correct.
So I add 9. So 9 plus 6.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you just run up, marked on a bullet, and then when that bullet hits, you kind of like mentally release that, and it just sort of like follows your intention there and just explodes kind of at this thing. Wow. It does quite a bit of damage to this thing, and it lurches a little bit, but it's still on the attack.
Is there like pollen flying everywhere that we have to be careful of? Is there
Not
any
at this
fallout?
moment.
Well, I'm freaked out about pollen because Reznin has bad allergies. So.
Oh no.
So you shot it from afar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It can't do anything right now, actually.
but I do want to yell, "Who are you?"
We'll come to this in your turn in a second. Helmer, so you're still up here, kind of on this like hill, right?
Oh yeah, I was running towards.
You were running towards her.
Yeah,
right?
her, yeah.
You're probably getting up close and I'd be like, "Hey, lady!" running over to them. And,
Okay, let's cool it with the impression.
okay.
Hey lady.
Hey, lady. Hey, I'm in the old van.
You're running up to this figure. What do you do?
Has she come awake now?
Yeah.
Hey, what? Whoa, where'd you come from?
Where did I come from? Where did you come from? I've seen you.
Where? What?
Helmer, give me a history check real quick.
18.
This person looks familiar. Maybe you know them. Maybe
Okay.
they're a celebrity of some kind.
Were you on the Star Tracer?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I was on the Star Tracer.
Okay.
Whew. I feel a lot calmer now. Just
And you woke
to
up
say.
here?
Just real quick to pause. We are technically an initiative, but it seems like as long as you guys don't, and you can probably deduce this, as long as you're not getting near enough to this thing where it can lash out at you, you can see it kind of lashing out. It doesn't seem to be like a real threat here.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want, we can be out of initiative.
Yeah.
You guys
be
can
out.
just steer
Let's be
clear of
out.
this
Let's be
plan.
out. Let's be
Okay.
out.
Hey,
Great.
so stay away from those flowers. Do you remember how you got into that?
I have to be honest, I do not remember.
Okay, because you were pretty high.
Yes, I was confident that nothing bad would happen. But whatever, thank goodness you came through.
Oh, please,
I appreciate it so much. My name is Friday.
And then it clicks. This person's kind of famous.
Friday?
Friday.
Friday?
As you all already know, I'm basically like everyone's best friend, like that's who I am to people. You know me, you follow me, and I check in with you, and I love you so much. I could not do anything without you, and I promote confidence, inspiration, hope, wellness, and hope heals.
Is Friday's pronouns?
Friday's pronouns are she, her.
Okay.
I understand apprehension. I do. I really do. Because there is pain in the world and there is darkness in the world. And I've been through so much in my life, and I'm really happy to open up and talk about that anytime if that would help you connect.
Let's get you back to our party because we have some people sleeping right now, but we should figure out a little bit more about you.
We'll connect.
Why don't you walk ahead?
Okay.
Great.
Saunter, saunter.
What the fuck is this bitch all about?
She's like a Tony Robbins.
Who's that? It's 1920.
I know. And she's really just like, there is no wrong, only rights. And like, if there's a problem, it can be the beginning of absolution.
You seem kind of not into it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a nice breath of fresh air to have someone so forthcoming about their backstory.
Are we sure that's her backstory?
I just feel like I could trust her a little bit more.
Look, we've hired her because people lose it. Obviously, you all did just now. I saw that.
What?
I kept my cool.
You did not.
You mean when I heard voices that said kill and take everything?
No, I mean when you saw her, you recognized, and I saw you light up.
I recognized. I was surprised.
No,
I was in a
lit up.
surprising state of mind, but I wasn't excited.
I'm gonna say
I don't buy any of that.
She's a positive person, and that's always a good thing to have around. I don't know her well.
Okay, but
I've seen her at parties. She is trending.
Okay. So we like her for now, but maybe not forever.
People like her. Popular.
Okay. Just keep going up ahead.
What? Okay, I'll just do a quick 1920s style hit workout.
She's like really fit.
She's working out in the middle. Oh, okay.
Like I feel like I'm on the brink of exhaustion, and she's just like falling out of flowers and dancing.
I don't know, but then she almost let a flower trick her. You know what I mean?
She's dumb.
I just don't know.
We don't know.
We need to know a little bit more about what happened to her when we all started losing gravity in the old world.
Do you think that Kurt or Angus would know who she
Yes.
is? Okay, let's go back to the group and see.
I will say this. We cannot afford any extra dead weight. So as soon as she starts to show that she cannot pull her weight, we cut her loose.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
Is Friday human?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just a fit human.
That can be above table because technically Guntar just sleeps. So that's Chris asking.
I like that she just said it out loud.
I'm a human, to whom it may concern.
Hey, wow.
To human.
Nice affirmation.
Like it's right now she's a friend from a distance.
Yes.
But we keep her close.
So do you guys all kind of just like come back here to camp and crash?
Yeah, we just pointed out who everybody is to her.
Do you?
Oh, and Kurt.
What does Kurt look like?
He looks like Matthew McFadden in Succession. He is Tom Lomscams, basically.
I was picturing more of like a microwave Ryan Seacrest, but
I was picturing Kirk from Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that Sean Gunn?
Yeah, Sean Gunn.
Angus is like half air elemental, so he's got kind of like silvery blue kind of skin. He's an older man. He's got kind of wispy hair. His spectacles probably folded up on his chest right now, sleeping.
oh, I love that.
He's asleep on my chest.
Like a corgi.
We all stay asleep. We don't wake up when they arrive.
Unless you want to.
No, I can always. I'll get as much sleep as I can since I'm in the danger zone.
Yeah. Everybody going to sleep?
I'm going to
Or
sleep.
switching watch? Are you guys trading watches?
Yeah, it's my turn to sleep for sure.
How are you on food?
Pretty damn good, I have to say.
What have you been eating?
I'm so glad that you asked. This island has so many wonderful resources. You just have to know where to look. It took me a little bit of time, or I'm in the process of searching and foraging and finding things, but there's this amazing algae. I'm wondering if you all have
You've been
found
eating the algae?
tons.
Oh.
How are you? And you feel it's sustaining you? Yeah.
I'm on the top of my game.
Okay.
Sorry, is there a particular kind of vegetation that you're looking for, or a tree nut or fruit? Anything kind of like that, I'd be more than happy to find and help you find and prepare, maybe blend into a smoothie or a paste or even a balm.
I'm hearing all of this and I'm coming awake. I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm dying because I hear Friday talk about cooking these delicious little. Is this heaven? Friday's like cooking up a bunch of amazing stuff. And I just pass out.
No, Friday, we wanted to be here for you. We're so happy to have found you. We're going to continue to rest because our team has kind of had a hard go of it, unlike yourself. Or maybe you have and
Yeah.
you've used it.
Thank
Unlike us. We don't know how to process our our trauma.
There's a lot to me. There are lots of layers, and you're going to get to know that. On the surface, you might see me and you might think, oh, she has it so easy. Everything's just, her life is so perfect. But let me tell you, like, I was on the Star Tracer and stuff was going okay, you know.
What's okay?
You know when you're like at a big party with like fancy people and
all
stuff?
The time.
They seem like they want you there and they seem like cool to hang with, but they don't want to get real. They don't want to get like, they don't want to talk on like a real level. They don't want to, they don't want to like talk about your interests, what you've been through, the pains of the world. There's so much just desperation and devastation all around us. And after the whole thing that happened, whatever the event was, it was
just real quick.
It's really hard for me to like,
do you remember the last thing you remembered in the other world?
Like storm. It was like a storm. It was like a big storm.
Okay.
Shaking. Everything's shaking. And there was there was like, this is scary to talk about, but there was like no gravity. It's just like whoosh. And I just woke up on this island all by myself.
All by yourself.
Imagine that. There are some dangers on this island.
There are. And you've gotten away on your own, which is unreal. The amulet, was that something you had in the past world?
I found it here. I found it in my life. That's what I mean. It's hard sometimes for me because I'm a little bit, things can be a little nonlinear because I'm a little tiny bit psychic. That's what I meant to tell you before, is that I've seen you. I've seen flashes of something that I now believe is you.
Oh.
What do you mean?
It's hard. It's spotty. It's like, I don't control it. Earlier today. This morning, I woke up before I woke up for the day, there were these just like, it was like a dream like montage of people. Anyhow, we don't need to get into all that right now. All I want you to know is that there are dangers on this island and we're gonna just have to stick together as long as we have hope. We're gonna get through this thing called life.
No offense, but like, how do we know that you're not one of the dangers on this island?
I do take offense to that, actually.
I feel like you have to understand.
We just we want to keep our guard up.
And we did just save your life a little bit, so I feel like
if you know Palvo at all, they really like Pelvo. Sorry, I get all my staff mixed up. They really took a turn.
People that we thought would be our friends are not.
We're asking because of our past trauma.
Okay. Respectfully, I feel like I was being really open and vulnerable with you all. I feel that I shared a lot, mostly for your benefit.
You did.
But now that, respectfully, shots have been fired, and I am just gonna be a little bit quieter.
No.
I'm just gonna be just a little bit quieter. Maybe we'll find our way back.
I feel like you're being like really defensive.
Ooh. Okay.
Maybe I'm just tired and I just am being a little crabby. This is the weirdest dream I've ever had.
I might be super like on some funky level.
From the charm.
So many algae blooms.
Are you poisoned?
Not.
She doesn't seem poisoned. She seems quite healthy.
I just know that I'm poisoned, so just I guess you have the ability to have mana and I don't.
Mama, Dada.
Oh no, Guntar's having one of his.
Angus instinctively reaches his hand up, like still asleep, puts his hand on your cheek.
Are we all sleeping? I should sleep because I'm poisoned. I'm not sure if anyone else is.
I'll stay up.
I'll sleep.
Just to keep things kind of like moving a little bit, you guys can stay up a little bit and then wake up some of the others after it's been like 6 hours or so, and then they can finish the rest.
Once Zythe said 6 hours, let me know and I'll take her spot.
Great.
No, I lied. I want his. I'll wake him up in another 45 minutes.
You guys could also do it in like singles or doubles or something like that, and it could be shorter. But whatever, we can math that later.
You can also rest as long as you like. I'm feeling very alert, and I feel like we could be getting to know each other better while you sleep. So that is if you trust me. If you trust me.
Friday, you are a godsend. Thank you so much for coming. We're very lucky that we saved you from the flower. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we're very lucky. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Please stay up with Helmer. He's fantastic company.
Okay.
Oh, I'm staying up too. Yeah.
I've decided.
Yeah.
Just tap me.
Okay, Diana, let's go to sleep.
Okay. Feels anticlimactic, doesn't it?
It's the end of this episode.
Let's go ahead and call that part one.
Okay.
And yeah, I think part 2 will be Zythe episode. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm heading out. So I'm introducing a new character to the universe.
This one.
Yeah, due date, 2 weeks from the day we're recording this. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But we'll see. We still have like an episode and a half or episode with my character.
Yeah.
Where hopefully I can, eat some human flesh, do something fun, grope more monster genitals because I think that's what this show really needed, and that's what I brought. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, stay tuned.